No, yeah, we'll get that. No, I understand. No, then let me know when we get done. I want this done. If you got a problem with Lexington, I want to hear about it. Okay, thank you. Yep, bye.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, no,
I'm looking for Alejandro, please.
yeah, no, he's not here right now. What can I do for you? I'm Dave.
I'm Evan Hilkeman. So I'm coming. I had a meeting with Alejandro a few weeks prior. I'm with ITEC 451.
Right.
And just kind of coming back in, having some follow-up questions that I got from Alejandro. So, do you have some time today?
Well, I've got some notes here he left me. Yeah, please sit down.
Yeah, perfect.
Please sit down. Why don't you give me a second to get caught up here? What's your name again?
Evan.
Evan, that's right. Okay. Yeah, he has that on. Just a minute here, Evan. Yeah, just a minute. Let me get caught up here. Yeah, he couldn't make it in. He had a previous commitment, took him out, but he mentioned that you might be coming in today. Okay, what can I do for you? You're gonna have to get me code because he didn't really set me up much with information. So what's going on?
Yeah, for sure. Kind of before we start this, I kind of just want to get some information here. What is your certain role with the company right now?
Well, before you jump in, I asked you a question. Why are you here?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so pretty much I have a little agenda I want to go over as well. But the purpose of this meeting is going to be just kind of be showing how ITEC 451 will be able to provide you some value and benefit your company here at Hortonby.
Okay.
We do some industrial solutions and kind of just make life easier for people. So
okay, so are you here to sell me something, or are you here to inform me, or what are you trying to do?
Yeah. So kind of just going over a few more questions that I have for Alejandro, but kind of just getting to know your company a little bit more and kind of just seeing where we can maybe fit in and help your company.
Okay, and where did you leave it off with Alejandro? What did you tell him? Because he didn't prep me at all for this. Yeah, he hit me cold.
Yeah, no, we kind of just went over some of the downtime and equipment failures that you guys have been experiencing with your product line. And so I kind of just wanted to go over some of that. I brought a quote with me today, kind of just showing some of our products that we can bring to you guys. And I see that there could be some value that I could get out with that as well.
So to help you with downtime.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Okay. So thank you for kind of setting the table for me. So now I have an idea. So go ahead. What was your questions?
Yes. What is just your role within this?
Yeah, I'm Alejandro's boss. I'm the purchasing agent, and I guess my job is to analyze the quotes and decide who we're going to go with.
Gotcha.
That's what I get to do.
Yeah, I bet you're a pretty busy man then.
Yeah, very, very busy. I'm sure you are too. So let's cut to it. What do you got for me?
Yeah, so I have a little agenda today that kind of just make this meeting pretty clear and precise here. So I'm going to kind of just go over who I am and what I do with ITEC 451 and what ITEC 451 does. Then kind of go over the purpose of this meeting, and then some follow-up questions that I did have for Alejandro, and then the solutions that I brought.
So what's your time constraint on this? I guess I would tell you mine too, but how long do you think this is going to take?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take too much of your time. I'm looking around probably just 20 minutes. Just
that's fine.
Yeah, perfect.
Okay.
And then kind of just some final questions that either of us have for each other over the entire meeting.
Sure.
So a little bit who I am and what I do at ITEC 451. I'm an account manager at ITEC 451. I've been with the company for 5 years. I'm outside of the Lincoln branch right now. I work within the Lincoln branch, and I go all the way from Lincoln to Grand Island, Kearney, and Lexington.
Okay. And
so we've been around for 50 years. We're mainly in the Midwest. Nebraska, Iowa, Kansas are our main states, and a few other locations throughout.
Okay.
So we work with industrial solutions, like I said earlier, kind of just make life easier for a lot of manufacturers. And the main purpose is just kind of looking at that downtime and equipment failure and how we can provide value for that.
Okay.
So some of the, I know you guys are doing a current expansion on the West Wing right now. How is that going for you guys? Do you guys have any challenges with that so far?
It's just the typical challenges of product and delivery and pricing. I guess it's the same old. So I would tell you it's just normal problems that we deal with every single day.
Yeah. All right. And then what is your kind of like ideal way to like optimize efficiency with that new expansion?
Well, it's about finding the right people and being able to take care of our products and get it out the door quicker. Because, just like I got problems with suppliers, my customers have problems with me putting product out timely fashion at the right price. So anything we can do to cut expenses, cut downtime, any of those things that make our operations better is going to be a huge benefit to us.
Yeah, for sure.
And I'm paying a lot of money for that expansion, so I gotta figure out how to pay for it.
For sure. Yeah, no, it looks like a pretty big expansion that you guys. Yeah.
Yep.
If I could ask, like, what kind of equipment is failing on you guys that's causing this downtime?
Well, you know, the sensors we're fine with, but it's mainly the preventative maintenance problems that we're having. And anything we can do to figure out, keep that product running, because the current product's not delivering what was promised, and that's part of the problem. And I'm not an expert at that because I'm just the purchasing guy. You know, and Alejandro was more the engineering expert. But bottom line is, you know, we got to figure out how to keep. You know, we got to figure out how to keep this stuff running. So hopefully you got something for me here.
Yeah,
So
you guys have some sort of a software that you're using to kind of run data for that.
Yeah, I know we do, but I'm again, as a purchasing guy, I just, you know, if Alejandro screams about something, I'm the one that listens because I got to figure out how to find a solution to it.
Yeah.
So I'm not an expert on that stuff, but yeah, I know that yes, we have software. I know it does its job to the most degree, but if we can get solutions on it, that'd be great.
Yeah. So I assume that you guys, if you have a lot of people coming up to you kind of complaining about certain issues with
right.
This,
yeah, whether it's delivery or whether it's product quality issues, the flow's not working. What can you do to get a machining system in here? You know, whatever it is. Yeah, that's what
you have like your maintenance guys coming up to you and be like, can we please get like some better equipment? Like, is there like your maintenance guys just keep coming up with like the same equipment kind of?
You know, it's I'm thinking about this. We got a lot of equipment out there, a lot of stuff that can go wrong. So it's not like any one time I come in, it's the same product every single time, you know. Sure. So to answer your question, no, and there's not a consistent stream of maintenance guys coming in. Just not, but like I said, I deal mainly with Alejandro and that type of thing.
Yeah. All right. And then kind of like one of the last final questions here for you before we get a little bit further in is what kind of production goals do you guys see yourself having with the new expansion in the next year?
Yeah. We don't share that information goals wise because, you know, if we haven't got to the competition, we won't want that. But just know that we definitely want to increase our throughput. We want more product going out that door. I'm not going to tell you more than that.
That's fine. Can I ask like how far along into the expansion you guys are?
We're about halfway there.
Halfway. When do you predict that is going to be?
Probably by spring.
By spring? Yeah. Perfect. Okay. That is good to know. All right. So with some of the questions that I've asked you, I kind of got a good idea of what's going on in that expansion and what you're looking for with that. I did bring today that I have a quote. So this is just going to be kind of some of the products that we normally kind of just offer some of our customers. We recently had a customer, probably like a little over a year and a half ago. It was down in Kearney. We had similar products that we gave to them. It's not like the exact quote, but they had different products, but there were similar products that I have for you here. They put it into their operations and they've been seeing amazing productivity with that. And I also have kind of an ROI of their year, like after their first year with our products in there. So if you want to just look over some of that and kind of just look over the products that I have there, and if you have any questions, just let me know.
Okay, well, I see the first one. I see you got the Allen Bradley sensors on here. And you know, we've already got sensors.
Yeah.
And I think Alejandro left me notes. A lot of sensors, but we're already using these. So I guess I'm not quite sure why that's on here. So can you explain that to me?
Yeah, so I mean, Alejandro never told me that you guys were using so it's the same sensors.
I'm just a purchasing guy. That was on his notes.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I didn't pick up on that when I was having a conversation with him. But those are just kind of like the general sensors that the high-end sensors, but they're still pretty much like the basic ones that we'll put on an initial quote, just so you guys can look into it as well.
Okay.
If you guys are looking for anything higher quality, we also have that as well.
Okay, you got factory talk. You're gonna have to tell me what is this factory talk maintenance suite?
Yeah, if I'm wrong. So right here, the condition monitoring license. So what that's going to be is it's a software license, and basically that works by using data from electrical signals like VFDs, and that's going to monitor an asset's health and kind of alert the operators of any inconsistencies during normal operation.
Okay, and tell me about the PowerFlex 525.
Yeah, so that one is just it's a built-in safe torque off safety feature for electrical faults and overcurrents, overvoltage, and ground faults.
It's a shut off.
Yeah,
It's maybe safety then. Well, that's pretty pricey at 2720.
mhm.
You're pretty proud of that, aren't you?
I mean, yes, we're not too shy of town being pretty upfront with the pricing, and I can kind of just go over that as well, and why the pricing's like that.
And what's the surge protective device from Rockwell? What is this?
Yeah, so that's gonna be like in your like electrical panels. It's just the surge protector, pretty much.
Okay. And what's installation and startup support? Tell me about that.
Yeah, just the hourly wage of getting our guys out there and installing. So that's going to be including, like the physical installments, the wiring, some of the programming and configuration, and then just kind of the testing as well.
Okay, so you got these quotes, and obviously Alejandro wanted you to submit some of these, which is great. Well, thanks. I appreciate getting this. What do you need from me now?
Yeah, so I kind of just want to go. You asked about pricing, like that's kind of a high price right there, right? I want to show you this right here. So this is that company that I was talking about a year and a half ago, got them in. So this is their yearly report off that so far. They've been able to, or I guess our products have been able to shave off their downtime from 11 hours to 6 hours. So we've been able to save them 5 hours of downtime, which is huge for them because they
is that per day, per week,
for a month, yeah.
Okay. So about 5 hours a month.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then they also had these two bearings that would have been a huge incident there at their facility, and our sensors were able to pick up on that before it actually failed. So that saved them a lot of money. It saved them around 16,000 because there was two of the bearings that were failing, and we were able to pick up on that before that actually happened. So that preventative maintenance that you were talking about, we were able to see a great benefit with that with those bearings, and that was just in a year. Like once things get a little bit older within that system, we're going to see more of that preventative maintenance going to work.
Okay, and I see you got them. Okay, preventative failure costs. Too early bearing failures were detected using the new monitor system. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And that preventative failure costs, too early bearing were detected. How were those failures detected before failure?
Yeah, so the sensors kind of run the data and health of the components back to the system and your software. So you'll be able to.
So is that the software quote down here for Factory Talk?
Yeah, that's going to be able to kind of use the IO link, and is a standardized thing that Rockwell uses. It kind of connects to their connected enterprise. So all that health and the data for the components will be sent over to us.
I can see that, and that could really be big. Just that kind of software.
Yeah. So and like that price, it may look pretty big at the cost, but that's why we're not afraid to tell you like that is going to be a large price at the beginning. But with your components wearing down and just having this in for a couple of years, you're going to see the return on that.
Okay. Okay, the downtime. Tell me a little bit more about the downtime reduction savings. How do you think that's going to help me? I mean, I don't really care about these guys. How's it going to help me?
Yeah. So
what kind of guarantees can you give me for that?
Do you know this is probably more of an Alejandro question, but do you know like your averagely monthly downtime and cost impact on that?
I don't.
Yeah. So if I would have to some numbers on that, I could tell you like a little bit more on like I can calculate maybe some of the cost impact of that. But if we could shave off, say, 5 hours like we did for this company, right? That's going to be able to get your line going for another few hours, and that's going to save you how many thousands of you guys are, how much you're producing in an hour. Right?
I think that'd be really beneficial if you could get with Alejandro.
Yeah.
And maybe set up a second meeting because I really like to know that number because if you can help us reduce downtime savings, again, I kind of wish you would. I wish you would have come here with more of our example than theirs, but you definitely whetted my appetite to see what you can do for us. For an 18, I mean, again, I know this isn't us, but okay, let's go to number C, production throughput increase. And how are the quotes you give me going to help me with number C, the production throughput increase?
Yeah, so the throughput increase, like with the products you're going to be getting now, basically what that does is like it reduces like the mini stops, the micro stops. So instead of having to lose like 2 to 5% of your line production because of these micro stops, the sensors can improve that and just improve the efficiency of that. And then they'll just kind of provide more a stable drive speed as well. And that includes, torque stability.
Well, and that's interesting. So basically that's a sensor issue.
Mhm.
Okay, for that, this is okay for the production throughput, that's sensors, which we already have. So I'm not sure that's going to help us any.
It kind of just depends on what sensors you're using. And I would love to be able to come through your facility,
Yeah.
like do a walkthrough. And that's if we can do a walkthrough with you, me, and Alejandro, and have a walkthrough, and I can see the kind of the products that you're working with right now, and I can get the numbers of the monthly impact of downtime from Alejandro, then that can give me a very clear estimate of how much more I can actually benefit your company, and I can give you more of a specific quote as well.
Okay, and let's go to the last one, total savings first year. Again, this is from them. Obviously, if you're coming in here to save us 142,000 on a total quote of, I don't know if it's 12 or 18. Well, for me,
This one was
they were
for
18 grand. Okay. Yeah, I can see how that definitely would be the ROI, and that's really worth it. So tell me what you think, what's next step?
Yeah, I mean, with that new expansion, like I said, I don't know what sensors you're currently using. I mean, you're currently using
That's what he said. Yeah, I'm just telling what he said.
But I don't know who you're going through. But if I can get in there and get some of my, if I can just at least take a walk through that new expansion and what you're currently working with right now, and just kind of get a rough estimate of what I get to put in for you guys, I think having our sensors and our value, especially with your new expansion, you could see this type of ROI back to your company, and maybe even
well. So I guess here's what I would tell you. If you can tie your products to an ROI calculation like you've done here with these, with I don't know who this was, who was the customer on this one?
Since I'm using some of their data, I can't tell you.
Okay, which is fine. Yeah, I'm very interested. This is if you could show me these kind of savings, and if we can get these prices honed down, I can easily see a value proposition here, Evan, where the numbers talk, and if you can show this and tie it into your products, that'd be really beneficial. So yeah. I'd really like to see this. So so tell me more about when do you think you can come out here with get with Alejandro and get me these numbers.
I mean, I was just about to ask you, Tuesdays are always free for me, like today. I know next week, December 9th, around similar time, 1 o'clock or 11 o'clock, anywhere between that time range, I would be free to go.
So why don't you get with Alejandro and set up some times, and I'll see if I can work around it to get with you guys. I think we'd call that good.
Yeah.
You've got an opportunity here.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I would really like to get some of these products into with your new expansion right away, because it's going to provide you guys so much benefits as well. So
you can show that, and you can show us the ROI on that. I don't know why we wouldn't.
Can I also get your email before I head out?
Yeah, it's Dave.McCarthy.
How do you spell that for me?
MCCARTHY @ type in here. How about if I just do this? I'll just give you my card.
Perfect.
There you go.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to shoot you and Alejandro an email pretty much as soon as I get back and start working on a quote as well. I'm going to set up that time for December 9th next week. And then if I might bring in a technician as well, just kind of walk through that. I know you're okay with that walkthrough.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. You'll have to sign a non-disclosure and all that, because it's it's a factory, and I don't want you going to the next guy and giving him the same information you just gave me about how much you're going to save. But I definitely am interested if you can save us money, and if you can make us money. You've got something I want to hear about. So
just trying to make your life easier.
Yeah, if you can do that, that'd be great. If you can deliver, that would be great.
All right. Well, perfect. So we'll have that date set up on next week, and then I guess I'll see you then.
You got it.
All right.
Thanks for coming in.
Pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, it's a pleasure talking to you, Evan.